Alright, what's up, and welcome to my February 2024 book reading wrap up and book haul. But also, it would also include January, because I didn't make a video last month, so it would also include January's. And let's just get into this. Yeah. So I'll start off the month by finishing An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. I don't remember if I think I waited. I started it like January 2nd or January 1st, and I finished it probably by the end of the month or something like that, or at the very beginning of February. One of the two. Yeah, one of the two. Maybe it was the beginning of February I finished it. Well, either way. So overall, it was pretty enjoyable book. John Green's books are always pretty enjoyable. The language is very, this book was written in like 2006, and I will say, you can tell. Cause I don't know, something about like his humor, John Green's humor, it definitely sticks with the time, and like reading it is very nostalgic of that whatever time he wrote it in. But it's still an enjoyable book. It's about a boy who only dates girls named Catherine. And yeah, so he was a kid genius or a prodigy, and now he's kind of like trying to figure out himself out. Why does he keep ending up in why does he keep getting dumped by Catherines? Is he ever gonna live up to his childhood potential of being a prodigy or a genius? So it was pretty cool. That part of it was cool because I was kind of somewhat of I don't want to say I was a prodigy, but people talk about how smart I was. I'll say that. And so especially now at this point in my life, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the same thing. So that part of the book was interesting to kind of see the character's thoughts on being a prodigy and growing up and not fulfilling that. And so yeah, so that was kind of the good insight for me. I enjoyed that. I'm pretty sure I give it 4 stars. Like I said, it was pretty enjoyable. I wasn't like, oh my god, this is the best book in the world. Like, that's put it on my favorites list. So that's why I get 5. But I enjoyed it more than like just being like, on average, I gotta get through this type of deal. So yeah, I gave it 4. If I was being super strict, maybe it'd be like a 3.75 or something like that. But yeah. Next, I went walking around half price books at the beginning of the month trying to find 1984. They did not have 1984. I swear, for like the whole month. Like whenever I would go to George Orwell's books, it was like a big ass gap where you knew 1984 would have been. And like somebody came in and just bought all the 1984s or something. Like I walked around trying to see if they had them on display or what. But eventually, I ended up just perusing the shelves. Came across this book, Winesburg, Ohio, by Sherwood Anderson. Never heard of the book or the author before. The book was written in like 1919. Yeah, I want to say 1919. Yeah, I think something like that. It's kind of like it really reminds me of with the synopsis on The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling says. I haven't read that book yet either, but I've read like the synopsis thing, and it kind of reminds me of this. Like it's just about the people in the town, like just telling stories about them. It said it's supposed to be like this book chart. It says it charted a new direction in American fiction, evoking with lyrical simplicity quiet moments of epiphany in the lives of ordinary men and women. So I guess it's like just following ordinary people in their lives. Not anything fantastical or anything like that. So maybe it was I don't know. I would assume that there were books about people just living their lives before this. Maybe. 'Cause this, like I said, this came out in 1919. But it seemed interesting enough. It seemed short enough. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's only like 231 pages. So, and the book starts on page 3, so it's really 239. Wait, no, 229. 29 pages. So, like, yeah, so whenever I want to get through something real quick, I could probably pick this up. I want to, like, just pick up something, keep my numbers good, my good read goal. I'm really trying to hit that good read goal this year. I haven't hit it. I don't know when. I don't think I've ever hit it. But I'm on a good roll with my reading right now. I've hit like a stride. I'm in flow state with it, with life in general, really right now. So my goal this year is 17 books, which comes out to a book every 3 weeks. So it gives me 3 weeks to read books. Hopefully if I can beat that, there's a chance I could beat it. Because as of right now, I feel like I'm kind of on pace to be a little bit ahead. So if I can speed up or keep the pace. So I have read mostly short books, I think, this year. Out of the 2 books I've finished so far, and the 2 books I'm about to finish, like by next week, they're all relatively short. So I'll kind of see where the pace is when I pick up a bigger book. Something that's like 400 pages, 500. I know 400 isn't a big book, but like I said, no, all these other books I've read, well, the 2 I've read so far are all in the 200s. Really, the first 3 will be in the 200s. Then in the 4th book is like 89 pages. So when I pick up something that's like 400, I'll see where my pacing goes there. Especially since I want to read at least one Harry Potter book this year. I want to read Goblet of Fire this year, and that's long as fuck. So yeah, it's just when I start picking up like the 400s, 500s, and even a 600 pager, we'll see what my fucking my pacing goes. If I can still keep, because if I'm reading if I want to do 21 days per book, no more. If I pick up a 210 book, that's 10 pages a day. So a 420 book would be 20 pages a day. So a 630 book would be 30 pages a day. So I mean, that's all doable. That's all doable. So I think I could still be able to keep pace, with a 600 pager. But we'll see. It's really about keeping momentum, because reading slumps really happen when you lose momentum. When either you pick up books and you put them down and don't pick them back up, or you start reading something that you're not enjoying and you try to force your way through it and you lose momentum because you keep putting the book down. You go days without reading it. That's really how reading slumps happen. No momentum. But so I have momentum right now. I have momentum finishing the year last year. I'm still into that momentum. I'm kind of slightly ahead on my reading goal, technically. So we can keep that momentum going, and whenever I pick up a 500-page book, hopefully we can keep the momentum. All right. So yeah, that. So I don't think I'm gonna. Well, I'll probably get to it before the summer, I think. But it's definitely not in like the next couple, because I have up there 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 3 books up there also that I probably would want to read before this one, but maybe we'll see. Because I'm trying to alternate between YA classical YA book, classic, thriller. I'm trying to alternate the even throw in nonfiction if I can find what I want to read. I'm trying to alternate the genres. So Like if I read a book, I don't want to read something that's like exactly like it right afterward. So, and I'm kind of breaking that rule right now. But so next, I was able to get finally able to get up there. Either they restocked the 1984s or I don't know what they were doing with them. But got a 1984 copy and read it, and this was crazy. It's crazy shit. I mean, it wasn't. I feel like because I read Animal Farm either last year or the year before that. So, and that's another reason why I gave this one 4 stars too, because I felt like Animal Farm was better. And so, like, if I hadn't read Animal Farm, and I feel like the book ends on somewhat of a, it's somewhat, without giving anything away, it is somewhat of a, what would you call it? Like somewhat ambiguous, but also not ambiguous. It's depending. Like I said, I mean, it's kind of ambiguous depending on how you want to read into it. Some people think it meant one thing, some people think it meant another. So I kind of would have preferred him to just not be ambiguous at all. I think maybe the reason why he was ambiguous because he's trying to say it doesn't really matter which ending you go with. I mean, what you think, because one way or another, it still symbolizes the same thing. It's just what did he literally mean was happening. But no matter which way you interpret it, you still get kind of to the same result. So I guess I can kind of get that point of, but I still would have preferred him just outright saying what was happening, because the rest of the book is kind of so much in your face with with the philosophy and all that. So I was like, just said it, and then especially when he gets tortured, I was like, God damn. But yeah, this is a crazy one. I'm not gonna try to get political in this video, but I will say, reading this, I'm definitely like I was definitely thinking like, yeah, I can see some of this shit going on right now. Like some of this shit is going like in America right the fuck now. So we'll see where we're headed. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I finally read this. It's been on the book bucket list forever. So now I gotta read. Like I said, I already read Animal Farm. I'm gonna replace this fucking cover, this book. Cause look at this shit. I mean, it was only like $1. It was only like a couple dollars, but yeah, I need to go get the other cover, the one where like it's white and has the eye, and it's like blue, and yeah, it's like the pupil and then like the blue, and yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about. Maybe I want to get that cover, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna donate this or something like that, and go back and buy the. I'll probably donate this to my library, to my public library, and go back to Half Price Books and buy that cover that I want, because I don't. Probably it doesn't matter, but it does matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially I'm probably gonna reread this someday, years from now. Definitely not this year. Probably not next year. Not like that. Not this year. Next year. Maybe not the year after that either. But eventually, I want to reread this someday. But yeah, I need to get the yeah, I'm gonna go get the other cover, and also get the Animal Farm cover that matches that too, because they have both of them, and I want both of them. But yeah, I gave this one 4. Definitely deserves to be a classic, but Animal Farm, I think, is better. Or at the very least had a better ending. Or a more shocking, in your face ending. And I like that better, so yeah. Next up, I'm currently reading Holes by Louis Sachar, only because I just needed something quick to like keep my numbers in line. Other than that, I mean, it's alright. I almost kind of don't want to finish it, but I mean, I just want to finish it because I'm interested enough to see what happens, to see how it ends. Like I said, it's only like 230 pages, and I'm already on page 53, so I only got like 180 left, so I can theoretically be able to finish this by next week or even within the next few days if I really wanted to. So, but the only thing that's kind of bothering me, I would think this counts as a middle grade book. Nothing against middle grade, because I'm actually considering rereading some of my favorite middle grade series from back when I was in middle school. The language is kind of gets annoying to read sometimes, especially when I just finished fucking 1984. Like another thing, like I said with John Green, like he reads like it sounds like you're talking like a teenager that wrote that shit. The only issue with middle grades for me now is that I feel like I'm just too old to like sit there and read something that sounds like a middle schooler wrote it. Like I don't know how else to say that. Like nothing against middle grades. Like I said, there's some middle grade books that I've been thinking about going back and reading from like series I liked back in the day, and rereading them, or some that I've started but never finished, so going back and finishing them. But I don't know, sometimes just reading it, like it feels weird. The language, it almost like it's so simple that it's like it feels almost condescending. I don't know how else to say it. Like, you know what I mean. If you're an adult, you've tried to read middle grade books, you've had this problem, you know what I mean. But I will finish the book because I am interested enough to see how it ends. I've never seen the movie. I've seen clips from the movie, but I've never seen the movie with Shia LaBeouf. Who knows? Maybe I'll watch the movie after I finish the book. But yeah, I just picked it up because it was short to help out my numbers, keep me on track. You know what I mean? And then the final book for the month is Anthem by Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand. Ayn. Yeah, I'm gonna say Ayn Rand. So I've known about her and her philosophy for a while. I've watched some of her like interviews and stuff like that, videos about her, but I never read any of her books. I never read Atlas Shrugged or Fountainhead. Those two motherfuckers are at least one of them is like over 1,000 pages. It's probably Atlas Shrugged, but Fountainhead might be just Fountainhead looks big as fuck too. So I want to read this at least, and then maybe move on to Fountainhead, or I might go back to We the Living, which is her first book. This is her second. It's not a series, so I don't think you have to read them in any. I just picked this one up because it was the shortest one. Like I said, help with the numbers real quick. Give me a head on my numbers, and also, so yeah, like I said, I try not to read stuff like that's too similar, but obviously this is this I'm only what. So I'm on page 29. The book starts on page 17 because the first 16 is like the introduction already. So the book starts on page 17. I'm on page 29, so I'm 12 pages into it, and it's the story part is 89 pages long when you like take out like the introduction and about the author and all that stuff. The story itself is only 89 pages long. And I'm like 12 pages into it. So I should definitely be able to finish this within a few days, or shit, a couple days if I really want to. Yeah, it's definitely interesting so far. It feels like, so like first 12 pages, so it's in, with that, it's not second person, would it, like it's in the first person plural, even though the character is only talking about himself. Like, he talks about himself in the plural, because that's, like, the way the world is. Like, that's just, like, the way the world is. That's, like, the dystopian thing. It's, like, the world is, like, you're not allowed to think of yourself as an individual. Like, everything you do is for we. You are a we. You are, you or I. You are a we. And so, yeah, so just reading through that, it feels so weird. Like, it feels more like serious, almost not in 1984 in the sense that like something feels so off about a character talking about himself in the plural that it just feels unnerving. Like it feels unnerving reading this a little bit, like more than 1984, because 1984 was in yeah, it was. I think it was in the third person, but this is first person plural. Even though, like I said, he is a fucking is a single person, and but yeah, this is only 89 pages long, so I'm already 12 pages through it. So so I should finish this one soon. Like I said, I try not to read. Yeah, so I just only picked it up because, like I said, it was super short, and I was interested. So let me try it. Let me go ahead and do it. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of still in the mood, especially reading this after 1984. And like I said, with the language and the middle grade language, kind of, I was almost thinking about not even finishing this. But I was like, you know what? Let me just pick up something else. Just read at the same time for when I don't feel like fucking with that one. So that's why I got this. I should finish both of them by next week at the latest. But I'll probably take them through the weekend. Try to finish them by Sunday or Monday. Yeah, and then I'll either read I'll read one of these two. Either Season Storm, which is the second book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy, because I definitely got to get back, get better at finishing series. So I can read this, and this will be like the first, I guess, big one, if you want to call it that. So this one is 432 pages. So this would be the biggest book I've read so far this year, if I could jump to this one after those. And then this one is Lines of Lucerne. It's like a spy thriller, a political thriller. It's Brad Thor's first book in the Scott Harvath series. I read like 2 of the books in the middle of the series. Maybe 1, definitely 1, probably 2. One that I can remember. Did I read the second one? I don't remember. But yeah, so most likely I'm gonna. And this is the top 10. So this was even longer. This is 593. So almost 600 pages. So yeah. So if anything, since this one's 600, even though the pages are smaller technically, and the print looks about the same, but the pages are smaller. But they are long. Well, yeah, the pages are smaller. So yeah, I want to read one of these next after I finish Anthem and Holes. Which one do you think I should read next? I'm leaning more towards Season Storm. Just because I want to get moving on, get through the series. So, and this is the first one in a series. So I'm leaning more toward doing this one first, and then this one, and then this one, or yeah, the only other book up there is 2 classics, and I don't want to read a classic next again. Cause I would have basically read 2 classics in a row after this, so. Yeah, so probably these 2 next. This one, then this one. Maybe even at the same time if I feel like it. But, yeah. So that's at 25 minutes. Alright, so that's it for the book haul and reading wrap up for February 2024. I will see you in the next one. Well, I might do a review, like a full length review for 1984. So let me know if you want to do that. I might fucking do a full length review for this one when I finish this one too. So let me know if you want that. I'm probably gonna wait till after I read Ruin and Rising, which is the third one in the trilogy, to do the review for this. I'll review all three of them together, probably. Mainly because I don't want people putting fucking spoilers in the comments of individual videos. So that's why I'll go ahead and wait. Wait on the review for that. But yeah, that's all. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Obviously on this channel, there's the fucking ASMR, there's the booktube. Only reason I don't do author 2 videos is I don't know what to make author 2 videos about, and I've barely been writing. I'm trying to get back into the swing of writing too. But see ya.